Okay, Bismillah ar Rahim. How will teach technology, and today our topic is lightning, lighting and strokes. So, first of all, what's the lighting and lightning strokes? So, as you know that it's an impulse voltage, a huge amount of voltage that is flowing for a very short interval of time. So, for that purpose, we have designed the impulse generator in the last lecture. But now today we have to study that what actually lightning is, okay, and what's the phenomena for the discharge of the lightning. Okay, so you can see the lightning sometime during the rainstorm. Okay, but what is it really? It's an atmospheric discharge of the electricity. It tries to strike the earth as fast as possible. That's why you should keep away from trees in a thunderstorm. Okay, so uh, don't uh, stand beneath a tree while raining, because the tree is already in a wet condition, and in the rain it gets more wet, so it become more conductive. And the lightning will prefer the low resistive path on the earth. So a tree will be a good low resistor path for the lightning. So it will definitely follow the path through the tree. So it will be very danger for anyone if he or she is standing beneath the tree during the rain. So avoid it. Strokes is actually the shock wave, the sound made after the lightning strikes. Okay, these are actually sketches which shows the lightning. So you can see, that the clouds are actually uh, charged, and that is because of when the moist air goes up, and so these moist air becomes charged because of the friction. Okay, so uh, when these charges accumulate inside the cloud, so we can say that a cloud becomes a huge charged body. Okay, so the phenomena is same as we have already studied in the Van de Graaff generator, that the charges are accumulated on the metal hollow globe, and the negative charges are accumulated somewhere in the other. So if the potential is so high that it can the ability to cause the breakdown of the air between these two charged bodies, then definitely a discharge will appear. So similar is the case over here. The the clouds become the positive charged body, and earth acts as a negative charge body for these clouds. So the air between the earth and the cloud, it is actually an insulator, a dielectric medium. But if the potential of the cloud is so huge that it can the ability to uh, get over the dielectric strength of the air, so a discharge will appear. Okay, so we- the discharge can be appear between the clouds, inside the cloud. Okay, here is example of the intra cloud. Okay, and some maybe between the two clouds, and between the cloud and the ground. Okay, so intra cloud and inter cloud, these two are very rare, and mostly the discharge appear between the cloud and the ground. Okay, so ground doesn't mean that the surface, anything that is attached with the ground, for example the towers, the buildings, the trees, okay, the mountains, all these acts as a ground for the cloud. Okay, how does lightning occur? Actually, the, these are few speculations and the few uh, conspiracy theories regarding the discharge. No book up till now have cleared that what actually this discharge is, but some scientists have given theories regarding the lightning. Okay, so uh, there have been many theories of how it believed to have come. Okay, so few of the theories are as follow. The polarization mechanism theory: as ice falls through the Earth's atmosphere, they become electrically polarized. So that may be the reason for the discharge. The second reason is the electrostatic induction theory. When two opposite charges get separated, the electricity gets stored in the middle of the uh, col- com- cumulus cumulus cloud. Okay, there the electricity collides with the rain. Okay, and the discharge theory: electricity is made when there is enough positive and negative energy together. There are still some other beliefs. Okay, so now the type of lightning, I've already told you that some are the intra cloud lightning happening inside a cloud, and cloud to ground lightning, with lightning that hits the earth from a cloud, and beat lighting, a brighter version of the cloud to ground lightning, and cloud to cloud lightning that goes from one cloud to another cloud. So this is a very rare discharge. Okay, ball lightning that comes in the shape of a ball in a thunderstorm. So it will cause a huge damage if it reaches the earth. Okay, so here's a pic of some discharge. So you can see discharges occur between the cloud and the ground. Okay, so cloud to ground discharge, a streamer will appear. Okay, how bad is lightning? The air in the core of a lightning bolt can be as hot as 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is why it causes a huge damage when it falls on any body. So all the electrical equipments must be saved from the lightning, because that is why especially the outdoor substations. Indoor are safe, but outdoor are very exposed to the lightning. So that is why a lightning arrestor is installed in every corner of the grid station and the substation. And there is a counter in the lightning arrestor which indicates that how many times it can hit. Okay, and we can say that how many times it's saved the lightning to pass through the electrical equipment, rather it is moving through lightning arrestor to the ground. Okay, so there are many lightning arrestor, it can be called as the surge arrestor as well. So I can show a diagram of one of the. So okay, for example, this is the electrical equipment. Okay, and the lightning arrestor. Okay, and a gap is provided between these two mm, electrodes or terminals, you can say. and this is actually air, so that a low voltage or a normal voltage cannot flow through this gap. Okay, means the voltage that is necessary for the electrical equipments may not pass through it. Okay, it, it just ignore it and flow straight away. But if we have a huge discharge, okay, so then it must have the ability to pass through it. Okay, and this is actually a non-linear resistor. Okay, this is non-linear resistor. Non-linear resistor means that as the voltage increases, its resistance reduces. Okay, so as the voltage increases, its resistance reduces. So this is actually a non-linear resistor. Okay, and if we have low voltage, then its resistance must be high, so that the normal voltage or the low voltage may not pass through it. Okay, there are some many other types of lightning arrestor as well. Okay, so that was only the one example of the lightning arrestor. Okay, now move on. Lightning cloud directly hit and most likely kill someone. It could hit something near the person and splash back to you, hit the ground near you, hurting or killing you, or have a pulse sent to you from close strike. Okay, so it may directly hit the person or may indirectly strike back through the ground. So both of these are hazardous and dangerous for the human beings. Okay, okay. The lightning stroke for the equipments for the power system is of two types: the direct strokes and the indirect stroke. The direct stroke means the lightning directly fall upon the electrical equipments. But indirectly means it can it can reach to the load end through the transmission lines. Okay, so that is an indirect way. For example, if you have any, for example, a television uh, inside our home, so it's an indoor condition, it is not directly exposed to the lightning, but the lightning may reach to that television and may damage it, because by the indirect stroke means the if there is no such arrangement for the protection of the lightning, and the lightning falls upon the transmission line, and then it will flow through the distribution and ultimately reaches to the load end. So there are two types. Okay, direct stroke or an indirect stroke. Okay, how does the lightning strike? So lightning can happen 3 billion times a year. It's the the results of some research paper. Okay, and it's a US data. Okay, and according to this paper, it strikes the earth 50 to 100 times per second. Okay, lightning strikes the US 25 to 30 million times per year. It usually attacks the Florida between Orlando, and this is the area. Okay, lies in Florida, US state. Okay, these are the few injuries, few casualties due to the lightning. Okay, now the thunder. There are also many theories about the thunder. We believe now the when lightning come, it creates a vacuum, and while going down, it creates the sound of the thunder. So there are other theories, but there is most believed. This is the most believed. Okay, the vacuum. You cannot have thunder without the lightning. The thunder is extremely loud and too much of it can cause hearing loss. So it can cause a hearing loss as well. Okay, and you know that the safer sound intensity limit for the hearing is 90 dB. 90 decibel is the safer. Okay, so if the sound intensity reaches exceeds the 90 dB, so that is unsafe for the human beings. Okay, but the thunder light is so extensive that it can even cause the hearing loss. And as you know that the speed of the light is greater than the sound, so you may observe it that when we have the lightning, so after a second or some portion of the second, then we hear some sound after the lightning. So that is because the lightning speed is greater than the sound. Okay, here is a pic for the lightning stroke. Okay, some fun facts about the lightning. Lightning can strike the same place more than once. Like they can say that it doesn't mean that if a spot has been struck by the lightning and it cannot strike it more than once. No. Here is an example of the Empire State Building, which was struck by the lightning 15 times in 15 minutes. Okay, a car is a safe place to save you from lightning, so avoid the trees. Okay, lightning tries to reach Earth the faster way it could. I mean, it will follow the low resistive path. The chances of getting killed by the lightning is actually low. The chances of getting struck are 1 to 4 lakh in a year, 400,000, and 75 to 150 people are reported killed in the US. It's a US data. Lightning can strike 10 or more, even more miles away from a cloud. So that was all about the lightning, and you can see a, a thin a thin line that is placed above the transmission line, and this is because that if there is a lightning discharge, so it is first exposed to that lightning arrestor. Okay, so that these become safer. Okay, and it only strike this transmission line. That is why it must be above the transmission line. Okay, so that it is exposed first. So in safety point of view, every tall building, every home should have the some grounding mechanism against the lightning. Okay, so for example, it's a lightning. Okay, lightning ball, and it will strike it, so the equipments and the other electrical appliances will be safe. Okay, and that will be grounded somewhere in the low resistive path. So a pure copper is needed for that purpose. Okay, it must be 99.99% pure copper because its conductivity is very high. So a few amount of expenditure can save the expensive equipments of your home. So you must go for it. Okay, so that was all about the lightning. So I've given the assignment to you regarding the lightning, so you should also solve this and submit it on time. Thank you.